to pause. Sit up nice and tall. Feel a string lift your head closer and closer to the sky. Great posture. Maybe you close your eyes. We're just going to take an inventory. We're going to notice how we feel in our body right here, right now. Where do you feel a little tight? And where do you feel a little tense? Notice how close your shoulders are hugging into your ears. Notice the sensations within your spine. Notice what's happening in the hips, the legs, the ankles, the feet. Notice what's happening in the jaw. Are you holding tension? Take a full deep breath in through your nose and open your mouth side out. We're going to do that 2 more times. Cleansing breath. Restart. Inhale in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. 1 more time. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. Let's drop our chin to our chest. Still sitting up nice and tall. Let's just get into the upper back, into the spine, lengthening. Breathe here. Inhaling and exhaling. As we continue our yoga practice, we are going to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. So yogi breath, nasal breathing. Deep, slow inhales in. Deep, slow exhales out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Let's take our right ear toward our right shoulder. Feeling that stretch to the left side of the neck. Maybe taking the left fingertips further toward the mat next to you. You'll feel a deeper stretch to the left side of the neck. Take a full deep inhale in. Full deep exhale out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. Chin to chest. And left ear, left shoulder. Maybe right fingertips extend. Breathing in. Breathing out. Full deep breath in. Full deep breath out. And then just roll through the front side of the neck. Chin to chest. Right ear, right shoulder. Chin to chest. Left ear, left shoulder. Continue to roll through at your own pace. But notice if you're beginning to slouch. Are you rounding out through the shoulders? Sit up tall. Keep that length. And then continue to find that U shape. Just allowing yourself to loosen up the neck, noticing how tight and how much tension you've been carrying in your neck, in your shoulders. Good. Come back to center. Pause. Maybe the eyes are closed. Allow yourself to notice the length in the space that's been created just within the neck and the shoulders. Allow yourself an opportunity here to take anything that has been weighing you down. You've been carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. Let's pack all of that up in a little suitcase or a box and visualize yourself closing that and setting it by the doorway. All of that stuff that has been weighing you down serves no purpose here and now. Let's take this time just for ourselves. A moment to not take care of anyone else. A moment to not wear any other hats, not to be a boss, an employee, a mother, a brother, a father, a sister, not to be a wife, not to be a caregiver, just a moment to be you. No other hats, no other obligations. Good, let's begin to find a tabletop position. Stack shoulders over wrists, stack hips over knees. Allow yourself to find a strong, sturdy foundation here. Toes could be curled up or tops of the feet could press into the earth. It looks like I'm opposite today. I don't know why. Let's see here. If I get my right leg, does it look like my left? Yep. Okay. So it's going to look opposite today. I don't know why. It's weird. Anyhow, just listen to your body. All right. In this tabletop, we're going to find our cat-cow. Drop the belly, open up the chest, round out through that back. Pause here. Notice what's happening in the lower back. Breathe space into the body. Inhale. Exhale, round out through the back. Tuck chin to chest, tuck your tail. Press into the palms. Feel that stretch through the upper back. Breathing here. And then add breath to movement. Let's flow. Inhale, drop the belly. Cow. Exhale, round out. Cat. Inhale and exhale. Allow yourself to find what feels good in your body. Maybe you pause in one position or another. Maybe you allow yourself to linger just a little longer. Come back to that neutral spine, flat back. Let's find a first downward facing dog of class. So curl the toes under, lift the hips. Let's keep a bend in the knees. Let's allow ourselves to keep a short downward facing dog today. So not what we typically see. I really want you to lift your heels up, gentle bend in those knees. Keep those heels nice and lifted so you're on the balls of your feet. Press into the palms. Allow yourself to notice if there's equal weight between palms and feet. This should feel almost effortless, and it probably doesn't. That's a-okay. All right, but it is a resting pose. Now let's put a deeper bend in the left knee and begin to press the right heel toward the mat. Feel that stretch through the right leg, and let's send our breath down that right leg. Take a full deep breath in. Full deep breath out. Deep breath in, send it down that leg. Deep breath out. Good, let's bend the right knee and press the left heel toward the earth. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhaling. And exhaling. And then just pedal it out. Go ahead and bend through one knee and then the other. So we're walking our dog. Just finding some movement, allowing ourselves to wake up the backside of the body. Feeling those stretches through the hamstrings. Feeling the weight in the hands, in the shoulders. And then you're going to walk your feet up to your hands. You're going to find a forward fold. So it's just like reaching for your toes. Gentle bend in the knees. Allow yourself to soften, to just fold. We're going to find a halfway lift. Inhale. So head and tail pull away from each other. Spine is long, chest is lifted. Think about creating an L shape with the body. Fingers could be on our thighs. Support here, creating that L shape. Fingers could be on shins if you have the flexibility in the back side of the body. You could even take those fingers to the earth. Let's just breathe space here. So this pose is helping us create length through the back side of our body. So we're creating length from head to tail. We're creating length from tailbone down to heels. Breathing in, breathing out. Take a full deep breath in. Exhale, fold, release. Widen the stance. So take your feet wider than hips, wider than shoulders. Genie your arms, grab opposite elbows, folding in half. Again, gentle bend in the knees. This is called ragdoll. You have an option to nod yes or no. And you can sway from side to side. Now, when I first began my yoga practice, I remember this pose really felt terrible in my shoulders. So the only way that I found it was actually felt kind of okay was to release my hands to the earth. So don't be afraid to do that as well. Don't be afraid to bend those knees. We're allowing ourselves to find this release. Find whatever feels good to you. Beautiful. Let's release the hands to the earth if they're not there already. Let's bring our feet back to hip distance or they can touch. Nice deep fold. Bend the knees, soften. Allow yourself to rest your belly on your thighs. Then we're going to lift our forearms and allow our elbows to rest on our knees. So it's like a little supported squat here. Allow yourself to sink your hips back a little bit. Find that support through the elbows. Breathe here. A little bit of strength, a little bit of length. And then go ahead and fold. Slowly roll up to stand one vertebrae at a time. Let those arms hang heavy. Allow yourself to feel the spine articulate vertebrae by vertebrae. Pause at the top. Reach tall. Inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms. Elbows go wide. Reach tall. Inhale. Exhale, cactus. Reach tall. Inhale. Exhale, cactus. We're going to work through the shoulders a little bit here. So we're going to take that right elbow underneath our left. Maybe you just come to a bear hug here. That might be enough in your shoulders, in your body. So it's thinking about lifting those elbows up, but sliding those shoulders down. Okay? If you have the space, right hand is going to grab that left wrist. I know it looks opposite to you guys. So as long as you have one hand underneath. From there, maybe you begin to find that length through the elbows and then the softening through the shoulders. At first, when I come into this pose and I lift my elbows up, it's like I crunch all of a sudden I'm wearing my shoulders as earrings. I want you to soften. We're creating space here. You could even have pinky grab thumb, grab the wrist, or bear hug. You're gonna pause and breathe here. So take a full deep breath in, full deep breath out. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Go ahead and unwind, release. Let's roll those shoulders back. Let's take our fingertips to our shoulders. Elbows are hugging by our side. Begin to point your elbows out to the side. Pull them in towards center, but lift them up a little bit. Maybe they touch, maybe not, and then drop them down. You're gonna draw circles again. So just think about drawing a big circle with those elbows. Loosening up those shoulders. Beautiful. Now we need to do the other side. So we'll cactus again. And then whatever elbow was underneath, you're going to do the opposite. Maybe you bear hug. Okay? Maybe you grab that wrist. And again, we just notice what's happening. So as I get into this, I'm scrunched. So I want to take a moment, an opportunity to lift elbows up and then soften shoulders down. Now this feels tight. It doesn't feel great. So I'm going to breathe into it. We're going to find the ease and the effort. The breath is going to help us soften. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhaling, exhaling. You may be here. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Unwind, open up. Cactus those arms, elbows go wide. Inhale. Exhale, hug those elbows in. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Let's reach tall. Inhale, you're at the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold, soften the knees, reach for the toes. Halfway lift, we find that L shape. Inhale. Step back, find high push-up. You have an option to drop to your knees. Otherwise, we're just going to hold and build a little bit of strength here. So heating up those muscles, getting the blood to flow within the body, allowing us to release and soften just a little more. Let's drop our knees to the earth. Slowly release all the way down to the mat. Hug elbows into ribs. Nice, slow release. Allow yourself to press the belly and hips into the earth. Chest stays lifted. Gaze is down on the mat. This is a baby back bend. So you're using your lower back muscles to lift up. You're not pressing into the palms. Even maybe hover those palms to notice if the back is doing the work here. Strengthening the back muscles. Go ahead and release. Inhale, lift again. Use the muscles. Exhale, release. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Go ahead and press through the palms, press through the knees. Find a downward facing dog. Let's reach our right leg to the sky. Bend that knee, peel, open that hip. So you're going to feel a nice hip opener here. I like to roll out my ankle, little snap, crackle, pop. And then I like to draw circles with my knee. Just really lubricating that knee joint, or lubricating that hip joint. Good. Send that leg nice and long, and then rock forward. Bring right knee to right elbow. A little bit of strength here. You are using your core to fire up. Weight is shifting into the hands. We're going to drop that right knee down. Allow yourself to press into the hands, press into the ball of that left leg. So again, it looks opposite. It looks like my left knee is down and my right leg's long, and that's a-okay. You guys follow along however you want. Allow yourself to rock forward and backward. Find this length. And then take that long leg, take it up and over to the opposite side of your mat, off of your mat. Take your gaze to that heel. You'll feel a side body stretch. Allow yourself to find length here. Inhaling, exhaling. Good. And then take that leg up and over. And now extend it to the same side of the body. So for me, it's my left leg out to the side. It's going to look like the right leg on the camera, and that's okay. Now we're going to rock forward and backward. As I rock forward and backward, you have this opportunity to maybe point the toes to the sky. Notice what's happening in the lower body. Notice what's happening in your wrists, in your hips, in your thighs. Maybe you pause, like right here. This is where it feels good for me. I'm feeling it through my entire inner thigh. So I'm going to pause here and I'm going to breathe into it. But you find whatever rhythm and whatever movement you need in your body. It's all about really tuning into your body. Good. Let's come back to center. Find a downward facing dog. Press into those palms. Pedal it out. And then we're going to drop to a child's pose, because if you're new to yoga, a lot of downward facing dogs probably don't feel great on those wrists. So go ahead and drop to your knees. Knees could be wide or close together. Your big toes touch. You sink your hips back toward your heels. Maybe you stack palms or fists and you allow your forehead to rest. Your hips may not touch your heels and your butt may be lifted up, and that is A-okay. Just surrender. Take a full deep breath in. Full deep breath out. Inhaling. Exhaling. Breathing in. Breathing out. Beautiful. We'll make our way back to a downward facing dog. If you need to roll out your wrists first, go ahead and do that. Once we find that downward facing dog, we will extend our left leg long. It's going to look like my right. So if you did opposite, you're just doing your opposite one. Bend that knee, peel open that hip, roll out the ankle, maybe draw those knee circles. Beautiful. Send that leg long, then rock forward. Use the core. Come into the wrists. Feel the shoulders stack over the wrist, hugging that knee in toward the elbow. Drop that foot down, press into the palms, sink back, feel that stretch through the calf. Send your breath down that long leg, inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in, breathing out. Lift that leg up, cross it over to the opposite side of the body, off of the mat. Gaze goes toward that heel. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhaling and exhaling. And then you're going to take that leg. For me, it's my right. I'm going to extend that out to the right side. I'm moving on the camera so you can see me. You could rock forward and backward. I feel bad that it's mirrored today. I like to be able to give you the right sides, but it's okay. All right, go ahead and find that rhythm, whatever feels good to you. Maybe beginning to point the toes up to the sky, noticing what's happening in the lower body, inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Go ahead and come back to your downward facing dog. Lift the hip, paddle it out. Let's gaze forward, slowly walk. So you're going to tiptoe your feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Keep a nice bend in those knees, honoring the hamstrings. Find a nice deep forward fold, bend the knees, belly rests on thighs. Find a halfway lift, inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, expand, reach to the sky. Hands come to heart center, we pause here. Maybe you close your eyes. Allow yourself to find equal weight in each corner of your feet. Allow yourself to feel strong, tall, sturdy, stable, and grounded. Let's set an intention here. Now that we've come more and more into the body and more out of the mind. An intention to maybe take us through the next 4 weeks. An intention to take us through the rest of January. Maybe an intention just to get through today. A single word or a short phrase. Maybe to be kind, to forgive, to let go, to be disciplined, dedicated, brave, maybe to be calm. Whatever's calling to you, let's repeat it to ourselves on our next 3 exhales. Take a full deep breath in. Exhale, set your intention. Inhale. Set that intention. Exhale. Last time, with meaning. Inhale. Send it out. Reach tall. Inhale, spread those wings. Exhale, forward fold, soften, bend the knees. Reach for the toes. Halfway lift. Inhale, L shape. Let's step back, find high push-up. Option to drop to the knees. We're going to find a flow here. So hugging elbows into ribs, slowly releasing halfway down, chaturanga, low push-up, or all the way. Find that baby back bend, maybe up dog, whatever's in your practice. Find downward facing dog. We're going to do that flow again. Gaze forward, bend through the knees, walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. So maybe it's 2 steps, maybe it's 10 steps. Halfway lift, inhale, L shape. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, expand. Press through the feet, reach the hands to the sky. Hands come to heart center, just pause here for a moment. So standing at the top of the mat, nice strong mountain pose, feeling strong, sturdy, stable. Checking in with your intention. Noticing the energy that's coursing through the body. Reach tall, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Halfway lift, L shape. Step back, high push-up. Option to drop to the knees. We're going to flow or go straight back to down dog. So maybe you find low push-up, maybe release all the way down. Find your heart opener, cobra or up dog. Find your downward facing dog. We're going to do one more of those. So that's a sun salutation A for my first timers. Gaze forward. Bend through the knees, walk, step, or hop, top of the mat. Nice deep forward fold, bend the knees, allow yourself to soften. Find a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Root, rise, expand, press through the feet, reach to the sky. This time let's cactus the arms, elbows go wide. Feel ourselves expand through the chest. Feel yourself opening your heart. Reach tall, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, soften, release. Halfway lift, inhale, L shape. Step back, high push-up. Flow or skip, so you could go straight back to down dog. You could do your high to low push-up. You could find that heart opener. And downward facing dog. Beautiful. Just notice how you feel in that down dog. Drop to your knees. We're going to find a seat and send our legs out long. Alicia, sometimes class is a flow like this. Other times it's just a gentle stretch. So don't be afraid to try again. And yoga is called a practice for a reason because it's just that. It's a practice. Every day that we show up, we just meet ourselves on our mat, how we are that day. All right, legs are out long. We sit up nice and tall. Reach tall. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Reach for those toes. So if you can't reach your toes, bend the knees. Spine could be nice and long, my preference. You could also round out. You'll often see that in yoga, that it's like this force to connect forehead to knees. Don't force anything ever. All right, enjoy this space through the back side of the body. Feel that length being created. Good, slowly sit up nice and tall. Allow yourself to find length through that spine. Let's reach. I'll do that again. Inhale. Exhale, fold, soften. Notice what's happening in the body. Notice what's happening in the legs. Really tap into what you feel and breathe into it. So if the body feels slightly uncomfortable, send your breath to those areas. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly rise up. So my friends who wanted a little hip stretch, here's my favorite one. I'm going to turn for you guys. Left leg can go wherever's comfortable for you. You're going to grab your right foot with your left hand. Right hand comes to right knee. So it's going to go opposite for you guys. Sorry again that I'm mirrored. I don't know why it's like that today. Right here, you're just going to begin to open and close that hip. So you are moving your femur in your hip socket. So it's that ball and socket joint, and we're lubricating it. But we're doing the work by moving it through. Then if you have the space, you can begin to deepen this. So maybe you begin to pull that foot a little closer, putting that foot into your elbow crease. You can still keep your hand on your knee, or elbow crease comes to knee. So this is called cradle the baby or rock the baby. I like to squeeze it in nice and tight, feeling that stretch through my hips, through my glutes. And you can continue to move that ball and socket. So think about your femur in that hip joint. And you can always back off if it's too much. And if you can't grab any of it, t-shirt strap, towel. Good. Go ahead and squeeze it in and then let it go. Send that leg long. Notice subtle differences. Shake out the knees. How does that hip compare to the other? And then you're going to do the opposite foot, whatever one that is for you, since I'm mirrored and you guys are maybe getting confused. So my right hand's coming to left foot, left hand to left knee. Maybe you stay right here. Move that ball and socket. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then maybe you begin to hug it in a little closer, cradling into the elbow creases. Nice deep stretch. Go ahead and send that leg long, shake them out. Bend your right knee, sole of the right foot on the earth, knee points to the sky. That leg could stay right there or maybe it crosses over, it depends on your body. Sit up nice and tall, good posture, inhale. And then you're gonna twist toward that leg, gazing over that shoulder. Allow yourself to feel length through that spine. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in. Slowly unwind, switch sides. So right leg goes long, sole of that left foot on the left side or cross it over. Good posture, sit up tall, inhale. Exhale, twist toward the left. Gaze goes over the left shoulder, spine is nice and long, chest stays lifted. Inhaling and exhaling. Good, slowly unwind. Soles of the feet touch, knees fall wide. This in itself is a hip opener. Gravity is doing the work. Pause here. Sit up nice and tall. Drop your chin to your chest, maybe close your eyes. Allow yourself to notice how the neck feels compared to the beginning of class. Take your right ear toward your right shoulder. Chin to chest. Left ear, left shoulder. Chin to chest. Flow through one more time. And then come back to center. Just sit up nice and tall. Notice how much space you've created between your ears and your shoulders. Notice how much lighter you feel now than you did 25 minutes ago. Allow yourself to slowly make your way down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Massage out that lower back. Go ahead and plant your left foot in the mat. Right leg is going to extend to the sky. Interlace your hands behind that right leg. You're going to bend and straighten that right knee. If you can't interlace your hands behind that leg, you might have a towel, t-shirt strap wrapping around that leg. Good, now keep the leg long and just bend and straighten through that ankle. So you're actually flossing the nerves within your lower body here. Good, keep that leg long, flex the foot, stamp that heel into the sky. So toes are coming toward the knee, heel is pressing to the sky, and then slowly release that foot down. Leg is extended nice and long. Left leg extends to meet it. You notice if one leg feels nice and long and extended and one might feel a little shorter. And then we're going to plant the right foot into the earth, right knee points up to the sky. Other leg lifts, so left leg lifts. Bend and straighten through that knee. Keep that leg long, bend and straighten through that ankle. Flex the foot, so that means toes come toward the knee. Press that heel into the sky. And then slowly extend that leg long. right leg meets it. You notice if you've created length in both legs now. You notice how much space there is within the body. Take a good morning stretch. So arms reach up overhead. Stretch yourself as tall and as long as possible. Good. Go ahead and plant that left foot back into the earth. Cross your right ankle over that left knee. Peel that right knee open and then hug that in. Nice little glute hip stretch. You could bend and straighten through the leg again or find stillness here. Allow yourself to pause, close the eyes if you are comfortable and safe, and allow yourself to come back to the intention that called out to you earlier. What does that intention mean? Why did it call out to you? What action steps do you need to take in order to be more intentional with your intention? Breathe in, breathe out. Good, slowly release that. Right foot plants, left ankle over right knee. Press that hip open and then slowly hug it in. Pausing here again, recognizing that there's a reason that that intention called out to you. You actually did not choose that intention. It chose you for maybe a reason that you don't even understand. Maybe a reason that you completely understand. What does it mean? What do you need to do? Maybe you need to do less of something, more of something else. Maybe you need to tap into something you have been ignoring for quite some time. Maybe you need to do exactly what you knew you needed to do. Good. Let's curl ourselves up into a tight little ball. Wrap our arms around our shins, tuck our chin to our chest, create tension. So I want you to squeeze your toes, face, fingers, nose, squeeze everything as tight as you can, and release to Shavasana, corpse pose. So don't leave. Most important part of our practice. Just surrender. Lay here like a corpse. Arms and legs go long. Untuck your shoulders. Notice how you feel. Allow yourself this moment to pause. All of the good energy that you just got flowing within the body is now flowing freely. You used movement to release things, areas of the body, areas of tension, areas of energy that were stuck, that were blocked. Now you can feel everything flowing freely. We're going to take a couple of breaths together. Take a full deep breath in. Open your mouth side out. Breathe in nice and slow, nice and deeply. Pause. Side out. One more time, full deep breath in, nice and slow. Pause. Take one more sip. Can you fill up a little more? Let it go.